we went over a press conference in which your boy Jeremy Sohan did a whole press conference, half of it in English, half of it in French. And a person from our community actually tagged me in this, and it says, "Hey clan, I translated the part of Wemby's press conference that's in French on Spurs Talk Forum." So here's the link. So let's go ahead and look at what he was actually saying, because as you guys know, we tried to put the closed captions on, but that didn't work either. So let's see. Here we go. So this is how he answered these questions. So let's see. Among all the compliments you've received, there's one about you changing the NBA game. Can you do it? Oh, okay. I hate that we didn't get to understand what he was saying here. He said, what the heck was that? Someone subscribed. Thanks for subscribing. Actually, I need to put this in my headphones so I don't. All right, cool. All right. What did it say? Before thinking about changing the NBA game, the goal is to realize myself as a person and as a player. The results will come with it. As long as you have a good attitude towards yourself, you can shine positively onto others. Great stuff. That's absolutely true as well. Don't focus in on that. I don't think he would have focused in on that anyway. You will turn. I don't know. I'm even thinking about Steph Curry. Do you really think Steph Curry was thinking when he got to the league, I'm going to change the game? Nah, nobody's really thinking like that. Michael Jordan didn't do it. LeBron didn't do it. No one's thinking that way. All right. You would turn 20 in January. Technically, you're still a teenager, but you're already an inspiration for the youth, and it's growing exponentially. Sorry. Are you thinking and preparing for this responsibility? He said, it's indeed a responsibility, but what's good is that I have nothing to hide, and I know I'm a good person. So my influence on the youth can only be positive unless I mess up. Anyway, yes, it's a responsibility, but also a desire for me to positively influence the world and youth in particular. I know Wemby said when he was talking to JJ Redick, that was another thing. He was talking about how other players get in their own head, get extra cocky, and mess up their whole careers, i.e. Ja, but I don't think he messed up his whole career or whatever. But he did do some silly things, and I think that's what he was referring to, young players that do silly things, and he's not going to do that apparently. You were talking about Bilal, this is teammate, earlier. In your opinion, what makes France produce so many NBA worthy players recently? Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Wemby. To me, it's their own intrinsic talent. I was lucky to be scouted very early by Nanterre, that accompanied. Excuse me, guys. Accompanied is the nerd focus. accompanied my development and took great care of me. But it was my luck because all basketball clubs aren't like that. You can see that Bilal who should have been playing in a pro team years ago. I think there's still a lot to be done around the development of young players. I know he says something in the lines of, or no, he didn't say this. It was a story we were looking at, and he actually was discovered. Was he discovered on accident? It was something wild. Or am I thinking about Ja? Maybe both of them were discovered by accident. I don't know. No, I remember what it was. Batum, he was one of the first people to discover Wemby, and he was talking about Wemby way before a lot of other people did. And he was like, okay, I think he's going to be legit. But if Wemby were to be, if he was born in the United States with that type of talent, eyes would have been on him way sooner. But yeah. Anyways, how would you describe your first contact with the U.S., the fans, the excitement around you? How similar or dissimilar is it compared to France? How would you describe it? So this is, sorry, I'm looking on the screen. They're showing Anthony Black. Huh, cool. It's tenfold compared to France. The enthusiasm is incredible, and it makes me want to do good and thank all those who believe in me and send me all this love. It's incredible. And then it says, someone asked, you started the press conference saying you will be playing in the Summer League. Can you be more specific? And what about the World Cup? Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. He said, yes, I will play. Did I just clip? I clipped my mic. Sorry. Yes, I will play in the Summer League. Not every game most likely because I've had a long season, and I will play more after that. I know I will play the Summer League. As for the number of games, I will see that with the franchise. When the World Cup starting August 25th, Okay, so I'll have some time between Summer League and the World Cup. Of course, I want to play for the World Cup. I will discuss that too with my franchise. Okay, so cool. He's very open and making sure, he'll work it out with the Spurs. All good. Do you sometimes think that the media hype is too much? Is it a burden sometimes? Man, he's been asked this like 4 times from what we watch, and he has the same answer. He says, no, sure, it can be a little overwhelming, but I was prepared for it because I worked for it, but it's part of the job. Next question is, this year shaping up to be a historic draft for France. We saw you propping up Bilal, Ryan, Rupert, is that how you say the last name? Rupert. Do you feel like the leader of that generation? That's a weird question. Not really. I actually didn't spend much time with that generation because even playing for France, I always played with older guys. I know at one point he said when he was 15, he was playing with 21-year-olds. Insane. But I've known Ryan, I always say it wrong, and Bilal for years, and they're my friends. So if I can help them succeed, I'll gladly do it, as they would for me. All right, here's the last question they asked in French. Can you talk about yesterday, the New York Metro, the Yankee Stadium, and tell us about your pitch as well? Oh gosh, his pitch sucked. So yesterday I took the Metro to get to the Yankee Stadium. The Metro was pretty good. There were lots of security around me. It's not like the Parisian Metro, Parisian, Parisian, I don't know. It's more roomy. I cannot stand up in the Parisian Metro. Here I could. People were nice, a little crazy at times, but in good way. Then we got to the Yankee Stadium. In the US, I always feel the love fans have for athletes. It was great. I felt very welcomed. About that first pitch, I trained quickly before the game and it was okay, but when it came to the real one, the base was further away, so I went too hard and lacked precision. Or you just suck at baseball. But cool. So look like we caught up on the press conference. So this is what the press conference was. Pretty nice, huh? Pretty nice.